part in Japanese history, and like it's just really important to me, and I feel a lot closer with like my grandparents now, even though they passed on.
Anything else for this question? Alright, so our next question is, why is Manzanar important to you, and what significance does it hold? And why do you think it's
And at that time, even the major newspaper in the country, they heard all of these. They're all churning out things against the Japanese. And this is how hatred is built up. And the average citizen listens to this music, the media, and they say, oh yeah, there's a bad guy. So regardless of whether you're bad or not, you're indicted before you even have a chance to say, we are citizens, we're born here. They said, go back to Japan where you belong. Where do I belong? That's ridiculous. Or because my parents were disgusted with the country. They've been here for 20 years, worked all their life, and then with a stroke of the pen, they lost everything. We had cars. You couldn't sell that thing because the people knew that you couldn't take it, so they practically gave it over. Any household items or anything, we lost. The only things that we could take with us was what we could carry.
Police participation in even your city, county, zero. No participation. And I think it's very important that you as citizens to take part in any community or state or country, participate in whatever is happening. And without it, you'll be just an observer. And I think that's a lesson that we should really take home.
There is to just destroy it. And that's what's happening, and that's what scares me. And then the use of it, like, they literally want to get rid of Manzanar, the DWP. They were the biggest fighters against when they first tried to make Manzanar turn it in National Historical Site. Last Tuesday, me, you guys know Gone, Bruce, Elson, we went and met with Mel Levine. He's the new head of the Los Angeles Water Department, or Water Board. We got to talk about all these issues and how it fits in with us. And that's why, like on the Owens Valley Committee, I'm the only Indian on the board, but we have like ladies here, other people look out these. We're fighting for this. So we can understand the both fights, because we're natives, you guys are humans. I look at everybody as human before if they want to label themselves or somebody wants to label them. I'd rather just look at everybody as human. You try to treat everybody the way you want to be treated, and that's sometimes the arrogance of governments and man. They don't treat people right. They just won't. It's sad, though. Have prejudices that will destroy you. And that's what's scary about the whole world right now.
Really intermixing with what was going on with the Japanese Americans at the time, because LA turned an entire river. Like, it took the whole river, not like a piece, the whole river, turned it from its termination point of Owens Lake and sent it down to LA. And you had the people at that time in this camp in Manzanar choking on the dust that was coming off of this lake. I mean, this is dangerous stuff. And they had them choking on us. It's just like you had these two worlds intermixing. And it's kind of what's interesting to me is I wonder how much each of them knew about the other one, And I think sometimes when you keep people from understanding what's really going on, it's really easy to kind of insert your own version of the truth. And it's easy to create spin control within populations. So like within Manzanar, it's easy to convince people that there are some good happening. You have some choices. You have some good things. It's not just all bad. But the reality is It is all bad. You should not have been torn from your home, torn from your freedoms. You don't have freedom. It's like it's a fake version of freedom, and it's horrible. It's hard for me to see any positive in that, because anytime I see positive, I just think they were tricked. They were tricked into thinking that anything positive happened.
And I said, how did we get that? But they never told me. I did I looked up her files, and when she had to answer 27, 28 to be released to go, that was actually a request for permission to leave camp, is what that was called, to be sent. And we also had this radio phonograph, the changer, the automatic changer that you don't even know about, but these days they had these automatic changers with you could put a stack of records on it and they would change automatically. And it was so neat. And we had all of a sudden it was gone. And I thought my parents sold it. But it appeared.
They didn't want the Japanese to monopolize the fishing industry. They wanted to put them out of business. And so when World War II came, it was a great occupation. I mean, to be a tuna fisherman was, they would go, it was all hand, and they were going on the side of the boat, and I mean, that was hard work. And I don't, so those are the kinds of jobs that the Japanese